I'm joined here today by the one, the only Claudia Gadelha, coming off the big win over Angela Hill, of course, at UFC Jacksonville. Thanks so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Where are you currently in the world? I assume you're in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas right now.
How's everything going so far with the coronavirus and stuff? Nothing too crazy for you? Are you locked down at all?
Not really, the UFC Performance Institute, it's open, I have a house here. I live here. So I'm spending time by myself in my house and
I,
going going to the PI to do PT and strength and conditioning, and when I'm here, I train at Extreme Couture, and they just opened this week too. So I feel like things are going back to normal.
that's right. That's good to hear. First things first, let's talk about your win over Angela Hill. Obviously, it's a big one. First things first, how do you look back at your victory over Angela Hill?
Um, it was a close fight, but I feel like I had the power punches out of her. Um, I got, I feel like I knocked myself down in the second round. I kind of like my feet was up in the air when she punched, and the same time she punched. So, I kind of slipped. It didn't feel like a knockdown, but I definitely felt so it looked like a knockdown. And I've been knocked down before, like when I got up, I was fine.
Yeah.
Um, I've been knocked out before, and when I got up, I wasn't fine. So I know the
Yeah.
difference, and I feel like I won the first round clearly. The second round, I lost because of the knockdown. And then the third round was a close round, but I had the power punches out of it. Like every time I would end a combination, I was knocking her back every single time. Even though she was hitting me too, I had the power punches out of it.
And so we saw it go to a split decision. What's going through your mind when you're hearing the judges' scorecards? Obviously, they're saying your name, they're saying Angela's name as well. Were you starting to get a little bit nervous when they were giving out their scorecards?
Honestly, I was confident. I was confident because I felt I had like I had the power punches, and I felt I was like pushing the pace more than her, even though like she was trying hard, like was the biggest chance of her life, right? Like she's back in the UFC now after getting fired and going back to Invicta, and she was in a three-fight win streak. And then she got the opportunity to fight a high top contender, So like I knew she was gonna come after me, and I was ready for that. Um, like in the whole thing too, it's because Angela moves a lot and she's like all over the place, and might seems like she is in the fight more than I was, and people that don't understand the game might freak out with that too, you know. But like I was getting the power punches out of it. I took her down. Like I know it goes, and people need to understand too. The fight goes round by round. So even though I got knocked down in the second round, I came back in the third and I fought with my heart, and I was getting the power punches out of it. So, um, like in a year from now, people will forget about the fight because there's gonna be like so many other fights, and they'll forget about how the fight went, and what matters, it's like, to me though, what matters, it's how much better I got from one fight to the other, how much how much better I became as a person from one fight to the other, and that's why I fight, because it makes me a better person, like. And I've been in this new camp for a year now, a little bit over a year now, and I feel like I'm finally getting the new system, the new philosophy of training, and I'm happy. I'm so happy with my performance. And Angela is talking shit. She's talking about my accent. She's talking about races. Like she's talking about me being Brazilian, trying to speak English. Hey, does she speak Portuguese? Does she speak another language?
Yeah.
Like we're going through this whole uh, racist thing in America right now, and to see somebody making fun of somebody else for trying to speak another language. Come on, you know?
Yeah.
And the whole thing too, though, when I woke up Sunday night after the fight, I looked at my shirt dog. It was green. I won. You know, Monday morning, I looked at my bank account. I had 6 figures in there. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm not going to be worried about Angela Hill. You know, like, she's nothing to me. And to be honest with you, like, she was one of the weakest person I ever took down in my life. When I took her down, I was like, oh my God, this girl's got no strength, you know? And um, I just wish I had more time in the first round, because I took her down and I was like, oh, way different, you know, there's levels to this game, right? And when I took her down, I was like, oh, she's not strong at all. So that's it. That's how I feel about her. You know, I feel like she's a sore loser, and she's gotta stop talking shit, or just keep talking. I got the money, I got the W, and
Yeah.
let her talk.
And so, what's going on with you and Angela? Because we saw you released a video where you were explaining like the damage on your face, that you take care of your skin. You made some very interesting points. She made the video making fun of you as well. Like, is it? Do you guys have to fight again to settle this, or are you just content knowing that you won the fight?
Honestly, dude, like, if she wasn't talking shit about my about me, and being racist, and talking shit about my accent and my English, and my nationality, I wouldn't have a rematch with her like right away. I would give her another opportunity. But the way she's doing things is just not like me, you know, like, I grew up in martial arts. I learned about respect. I learned about discipline, you know, and that's why I fight, because it makes me a better person. I'm 31 years old. I have over 20 fights. I'm a very smart woman. I invest my money, you know. I'm pretty much set for my life. I could stop fighting right now, but I want to keep doing it because it makes me a better person. The my so my I love challenging myself, right? And the motivation I have every day when I wake up and want to chase that title, it's like something that feeds my soul, right? So I want to keep doing, because I feel like every time I go through a fight camp, I become a better person. I become a better teammate. I become a better daughter, a better friend, a better fighter, a better athlete. So why not keep doing if I'm still young, right?
Yeah.
But the whole thing is like, I want to fight to evolve. I want to fight to get better. If I am gonna step in the octagon to fight somebody that it's acting like she is, it's not really I'm looking for. It's not really my point in martial arts.
And so we've seen Angela Hill do a lot of interviews. She's in the media a lot, talking about, she thought she won the fight and stuff like that. Do you think like the media might be a little bit unfair, giving Angela Hill this opportunity to talk about it, and maybe not giving you the opportunity, to potentially defend yourself? What do you kind of think about that situation?
The media though tried to reach out to me, and I just stayed away, because like I don't have much to say. I was like, let her talk, let her say whatever she want to say, then I will say whatever I want to say, right? So
Yeah.
I gave her time to talk her shit, but it's funny, it's so funny, because I feel like this is the most media Angela Hill ever got in her entire career. Like, this is the most famous she became. This is the time when people talked about her the most. So, it must feel good, right? Like, she's gotta be feeling good to step in the octagon with a top contender, and to see people talking about her that much. Um, like I said, I just try to stay away a little bit and enjoy my victory, because she's not going to take that away from me. Nobody's going to take that away from me. And now I'm here talking to you guys.
So, what did your social media look like after the fight? I assume things must have gotten pretty crazy. I mean, I know you get a bunch of funny comments on Instagram all the time, but things must have been pretty crazy when you got back on your phone.
Uh, so I have somebody that uh, does my social media, like I try to respond to the positive. I always try to talk to my fans, and I try to read the good positive comments and talk back to my fans. But I told my social media person, just fucking delete everything.
Yeah.
Like if people are talking shit, just delete it. People are like reaching out, talking shit to me, block them too. Like I started blocking people now. I'm like, okay, you have nothing good to say. You're trying to make me have a bad day. This is not happening. So they're getting blocked. So I don't really know what's going on when it comes to negativity.
And so, what do you think of the title situation at 115? It's obviously a little bit complicated. We've got the champion Zhang Weili and everything that's going on, with Jana and everything. What do you think of this title situation? And at what point do you think you start to get, closer to facing, potentially the champion?
So right now things are pretty open, right? Like we have top contenders. We have top contenders that don't have fights, or they don't want to fight now for their own reasons. We have top contenders that are hurt, you know, and I'm right there. I'm top five now, number five now, and I want to get another fight. I actually was thinking I was going to fight Carla Esparza, but she just got booked against Marina Rodriguez. So let's see what happens on that fight. I have a couple injuries that it happened before the fight and got worse in the fight. I have a torn ligament in my thumb, and I got a 50% rupture in my
Oh,
elbow, in the tendon in my elbow, and I fought like that.
yeah.
And then I have something going on with my ankle as well. So I'm getting stem cells today. I was gonna have surgery, but we decided to go the other way. So I'll need a couple weeks to get healed, and I'm gonna keep my body in shape, my mind in a good place, and I hope to get back in there by August or September.
And so, did you enjoy fighting in the empty arena? I know some people like Gilbert Burns didn't really like it. Some others liked it. What did you think of it?
It was a little weird,
Yeah.
I feel like my mind was off a little. Like I, I am. So I feel like I work very well with environment and energy. So I love to feel like the fans in the arena
Yeah.
yelling, screaming, and like cheering on. So I feel like I missed a little bit of that. It was kind of weird. It was like going to a sparring session. I walked to the octagon like if I was walking to a movie theater. Like I
Yeah.
was so damn fun. Like it was weird. It was weird. I like fighting with the fans in the arena.
All right. So I just have one last question. You told us when we'd be able to see you again, potentially in September, but ideally, who do you want to fight next?
The winner of Carlos Parza and Marina Rodriguez.
Ah, okay. There we go. That's the fight that makes sense. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. I know you're dealing, like you mentioned, a ton of injuries, but hopefully that heals up very quickly for you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, everything goes well for you, and stay safe out there.
Thank you. Bye bye.